Greetings, everyone. We are on a mission this year to break some strongholds that are in our lives. Remember, it doesn't matter how much you pray or you fast or meditate. Remember that when you are able to conquer the demons that are sent after you, that does not mean that they won't come back. When you set yourself free from these bondages, these energies that you release, they're going to come back 100-fold. So in warfare, spiritual warfare especially, you can and must expect that the struggle will continue. So as you're on your way to work this morning, some of you are facing the dead cold or deadly cold. And some of you are facing the heat. Some of you are facing physical and spiritual warfare. And some of you are going to work today and you're going to have to deal with some demons. Remember, when you see somebody's face, you don't see their heart. You might hear these soft, kind words, but when you look behind the veil, there's some darkness surrounding certain people. And I want you to recognize that all of us have a certain energy, whether it comes down from the ancestors or, it is here sent to destroy you. Recognize the signs and the symbols. And that is the only way you'll escape. I cannot speak for you. I can only speak for myself. And the truth is, there's a particular demon that has been following me for years. And now I'm at the point where I see it, I recognize it, and more the Spirit is revealing it to me. And you know what that is? I've always been attacked financially. Because guess what? A lot of times when we are struggling with financial burdens or problems in our life, it takes us away from our spiritual life. When you're broke, when you have no money, the enemy attaches itself to that to keep you in that low vibration. So it's a constant struggle. It's a constant battle for me. Now, I shared a story before about a young man reaching out to me. And before he could end the conversation, he was trying to hit me up for some money. But what I didn't tell you is that when I said, no, I'm sorry, I don't have it, and I really did not have it, he said to me, boy, I'm so salt. Everybody get, and now it's my turn and I cannot get because you're sick and you can't help me. And, that day when he said it, I said, okay, aha. So the enemy is always trying to send people into my life to attack my finances. I took that as a careful note. And recently some things, have happened to me. And I learned a serious lesson. That is where the enemy wants to attack me to the point where I cannot receive. I have a difficult time to receive. When I was on the live the other day, I Shine donated something and I said, thank you. And that was a very sincere thank you because in 2022, I decided that it's okay to receive. For the most part, when I receive these days, it goes in one hand and I let it go through the other hand because I have a lot of stuff that I don't really share that I'm involved with, and it often requires my money. And when I use my own funds, sometimes I deplete myself. And so when others come forward and say, here, hold this, I hold it. And I don't necessarily have to tell them what I'm using it to do. But I always want to make sure that as I am blessed, other people are blessed too. But I have to be very careful with that to say, as I get blessed, I have to release it because this energy, this negative vibration that continues to follow me over the years, is a part of that demon that wants to bring me to my knees. I don't want to say too much. I cannot say too much, but I want to appeal to you to look carefully at the areas in your life that is always under attack. And the only way for you to free yourself from it is if you recognize it. Okay? Now, recently, I was in a situation where I wanted to do some good things. Not because I am good, but because God or the spirits are good. But the spirit sometimes allow people to come and attach themselves to you with the same spirit that wants to, draw from you until you're empty. And if you don't look at it and realize that sometimes when there are roadblocks in your life, they're put there for a particular reason. Not just for you to learn and to teach you, but for you to conquer that demon that attaches itself to you. Some people it's sex, some is drugs, some is alcohol, some is, you name the thing that is a constant in your life. People coming into your life and hurting you, whether it be male or female. Doing the same thing to you, reaching out to you and saying to you what is happening to you is unfortunate, and then before they depart, they do the same thing. You're constantly in this battle. It's like your energy draw people to you that use the same thing that hurt you in the past to hurt you again. You have to know and see what this thing is before you can cancel it or attempt to cancel it. Spiritual warfare, wickedness in high place. That's what we are seeing. Some of the people you see walking around are not even real. Some of the people who come close to you are there just to continue to carry out the wicked intention of those who planted them in your life. Some of us are involved in activities that are very wicked. And we go out and we hurt people. Sometimes you're not even aware. Why you keep doing this? Why would you do something like that to another person? And yet you can't stop yourself. You're feeling guilty. Have you ever done anything? You know it's wrong. You lie, you steal, you do all kinds of things, and you know it's wrong. You don't want to do it. And you constantly do it because you need deliverance from it. You need to be delivered. And so I'm watching something play out in my life right now. And I'm looking at it, I'm thinking to myself, oh my goodness, this person did these things to me. It was painful. It took me years to get over it. And I'm watching someone doing the same thing to this man. Same thing that he did to me, someone is doing to him. And I'm doing everything trying to stop it, and I cannot. So there's two lessons. You know what? You do bad to others, the same thing will come to you. But at the same time, the energy that is attaching itself to you, that cause the same things to happen to you, to different people, in different times, you can't just look at the persons who are doing it. You have to examine yourself to say, why is the same energy continuing to return to me? And how can I free myself from it? And sometimes, have you ever heard of a thorn in your side? There's a part in the Bible where the man says he has a thorn in his side and he's asking that it be removed. And the scripture says, no, it wouldn't be removed, but God's grace was sufficient for him. Therefore, sometimes some things are happening in your life and it will continue to happen. It's a way of keeping you, humble, a way to activate your power within you. If this thing is not there, you cannot become who you ought to be. And if this is not there, there won't be the reminder to teach you to be cautious and to be careful of people. Everything happens for a reason. But at the same time, if you're able to nip it in the bud, if you're able to recognize it for what it really is, then you won't be able to get over it or to stay clear from that thing. I see it. I see people acting like demons in our present day, saying and doing things that are appalling, that are hurtful. The worst thing is to see someone say or hear someone say, "Oh, I feel so much empathy for you." And they do the same thing or worse. But instead of being angry with these ones, I take the time to say, how can I stop this from continuing in my future? How can I end this? Because ultimately, you're the one who's going to have to put an end to it. Nobody else can do it for you. And if you try to put an end to it and it's like a thorn in your side, then you ask for grace and the power to keep you straight, to keep you humble, to keep you strong. Because we need our strength to fight the different things we're dealing with at work, in the home, in the community, in the world. And recognize that there are times when things attach themselves to you because of things that you've done in the past. And not for you to feel guilty or for you to be angry, but for you to learn to understand that something is greater than you, that exists within you and around you. And you have to turn to that and away from your wicked ways. Stay blessed, everyone.